Hello everyone, hello again. Welcome to my live feed, Antony Sammeroff here. We're going to talk about assertiveness this evening. We could all benefit from learning how to assert ourselves better, since these aren't exactly skills that are taught to us at school. And when our buttons get pushed, we sometimes find ourselves getting a bit flustered, and you can even get really annoyed and start thinking, why is that person even doing what they're doing? Why are they even putting me in the position where I have to assert myself again? The fact that I even have to be in this position where I have to assert myself fucking sucks. If you want to hear a little bit more about this, please stay tuned. If you could help, it would really help if you pumped that share button so that other people could also benefit from the live feed. So I want to say a few things about the feeling of infuriation that arises at life or the other person for even making ourselves have to assert ourselves in the first place, and what a big pain in the butt that is, that we have to deal with conflict. So the reality is, and I'm sure you guys know this, it's really not that far removed from throwing down the controller after losing a video game, or crying when your bike fell over for the 10th time after your dad removed the stabilizers, or training wheels as you call them in the United States. It's because it is infuriating to feel like you do not have the skills to handle the challenges that life throws at you with ease. We all would like a sense of ease about life. And the problem is, obviously stewing with negative feelings is not any fun for you. And I know that I wouldn't like my friends to be stewing with negative feelings about me and not bringing them out into the open. The fact that you're stewing is evidence that you're not confident in your ability to assert yourself constructively yet. It's a skill. And it's okay, as long as you're okay with realizing, oh crap, maybe I've got some work to do around assertiveness. Just the same as when you couldn't read the books that you wanted to read, or, when you're reading a book and a word comes up that you don't know, you pick up the dictionary and learn about it. So I guess the solution might sound a bit hippy-dippy at first, but it starts with embracing the situation. Some people believe that there's a God mind that knows better than you do what's good for you, and exposes you to situations that you need to help chip away at everything that isn't your highest potential. Now, you don't have to believe in that. I'm not sure that I believe in that. But when you're put in situations like this where you realize you don't have the social skills that you'd like to, the first thing you want to do is just put yourself in mind of that and realize that you've actually presented with an opportunity to learn something that you don't know better. That this is challenging your way of thinking, and it's going to take a large part of the sting or the frustration of the confoundation that arises if you can go, okay, well, I've got an assertiveness issue here that I need to deal with, and I can use the situation that I'm in to learn how to assert myself better. So if you see this as an unwelcome imposition into your life, you're going to get strung out. You're going to think about who's right and who's wrong and how much of a bastard everyone is. And if you see it as an opportunity to explore yourself, you want to get clear on exactly what rubbed you up the wrong way. So this is the first step. If you think that this is useful, please share it. I don't just want to speak to myself. I'd like to speak to new people. As lovely as all of you are who know me, I'd like to speak to new people as well. So put the devices down and take 5 or 10 minutes to just sit on your own and figure out exactly what you're annoyed about what they did. Because a lot of the time it's nebulous and vague. I personally love journaling as a method of getting clear, and I try and write 3 pages every day. But definitely if you've got an assertiveness challenge, it's time to get some time to yourself and just put everything away and just sit down for 5 minutes and take some notes, because there might be some subtext. You think they're annoyed because they ate the last can of beans. You're annoyed because they ate the last can of beans. But actually, it's that represents them being inconsiderate or disrespecting you, or they always do it and you don't do it, and you feel like they're creating an unfair situation. Do you feel taken for granted? You need to, the clearer you are on what pissed you off, the better you will be at communicating when it comes to resolving the conflict. The more vague you are on your feelings and needs and why you're feeling them, the more difficult it'll be to speak clearly and hold your cool when you confront the other person. And what you really want to do is have your cool and know your own mind so that you can de-escalate the conflict by communicating really clearly and having a specific actionable request, something that you could get on video camera. See, when you say, I would like you to be more considerate, that's very vague. If you say, I would like you to replace anything you eat before I get home, that's very actionable. It's something you could get on a video camera. And be an adult. Don't be bratty or parental or passive-aggressive or sarcastic. Don't inundate the person with a list of past grievances which will only fluster and aggravate them and make them defensive. Don't accuse. All of these things might feel good in the moment, but they'll only provoke antipathy towards you, let's face it. So state your understanding of the situation as facts. For example, you went into my cupboard and ate the last can of beans. Any interpretations of the other person's motives, you might think, oh, they're doing that because this, that, and the other. No need to mention it. Speak from I. I want, I felt, I need, I would like you to. Don't say you. So take your time to know your own mind and what your needs are. And the frustrated part of your mind might be rushing to an end so you can get out of an irritating situation. That's perfectly natural. Just let it do its own thing. But the larger part of you must know that you're actually developing a skill by taking this time out, and it's worth taking the time. Because I don't know if you've ever learned a skill like, playing the piano or knitting or whatever you've learned in your life. You might have noticed that when you first start learning to make something, whatever that skill is, you have to do it very slowly and deliberately. But the more you do it slowly and deliberately, the more it gets in your muscle memory and you can do it quickly. So the more you practice getting clear on what exactly is annoying you, the less time you'll need. A stitch in time saves 9. Less haste, more speed. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. All the cliches apply. So clarity is a magic spell and it takes time to cast. So if you get clear, you'll be very powerful when you speak and when you act. So if you need to get a pen and paper, write everything down in your mind without censoring yourself. You could even write an angry letter to that person just to get out all your emotion. Then you can look at the things you're annoyed about underlying your angry letter and pick them out and then change them into a specific actionable request that you could catch on a video camera if someone did it. And then also, another thing you could do is call up a friend and say, don't give me any advice, I just need to vent about this to get it off my chest before I confront the person, just to get that out. So it's all just part of your process of coming back to yourself. Use every opportunity to come back to yourself. So there are my advice on avoiding defensiveness. Thank you so much for joining my live feed. Please share it. We had quite a lot of tune-ins, so I'm very grateful for that, and I'd like to reach people that I've not spoken to so that I know that doing these live feeds are worthwhile. I have created a whole course on personal development. It's very good. It gives you the right tools, the right information in the right order, and you can find that at beyourselfandloveit.com under the course tab. I suggest you save up for it because it just might save your life. At least it will save you 10 or 15 years of personal development, which it took me to be able to put it together in 8 months. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and share it so that I know to do more.